That's going to be a great intro. That's going to be a great intro. Ready?
Yeah, we recorded now. Anyway. We've started.
You should put this little bit in this little bit as a little
This is
before thing, because people think we hate each other. You know, you have to say how we get on.
I've got to go home now. See you later.
Mike and Jonny, you're joining us straight after a 2-0 home victory over Tilbury in the Errington Cup. And to be honest, I thought that was a fantastic tactical performance tonight.
Yeah, I think what's happening is that over the weeks that obviously since we've been here since November, gradually we're getting more understanding and knowledge of the players, and starting to know what slots to play them in. And you'll see along that run, Saturday was an example. Now and again you get a game where it's not as good as performance as you want because maybe you're looking at something different. But along the way you're finding what players fit in what slots. And I think tonight was an example of what we had in our mind of how we want to play with boys who can keep the ball in the midfield, but also with that pace in behind. I think tonight they showed real good understanding in the midfield area. We had Luke dropping in short, which caused central defenders problems, and I think Sam Dowdridge was a standout player tonight, finding him in little pockets. I don't think they got near us, to be honest. And it could have been more than two. So really pleased with that.
Going into the game, we were missing Ninja from the middle at the back, obviously Jack Folan, who from in front of Ninja, missing Brad Rowland, who's been pretty much ever present all season, missing Blair on Ademi, who is Brad Rowland's understudy pretty much, missing Connor Witherspoon, who's come in recently and done really well for us, missing George Forrest at the back again, so large part of our defence missing. Were you concerned, or did you feel that you had the players to be able to cover that?
Oh, I mean, like we've been playing three at the back, as you know, two wing backs. But for me and Mike, the beauty of this squad is that we have the players to change for different systems, and we have to adapt to them systems sometimes. We brought in Michael Isaiah, who's played a very good level of football. You saw the standard that he set today with his talking, his organisation, and obviously Kenny playing. Beauty thing of having Kenny is he can play in maybe 3 or 4 different positions, and today he played at right back. Their winger, I think was Alex Scott?
Alex Scott,
I didn't get near him, couldn't get past him. Never lost a. I don't think he won a duel against him. So we've got that beauty of bringing in players now, and like you said, we were missing a lot of players. But from our point of view, the players that came in today done a job, and we've probably got a real difficult decision to make now. And going forward for Saturday, I mean, Mike just said, what do you think about Saturday? I say, I'll leave that up to you, so he can deal with that one.
Yeah, pundits always say that's a really nice headache to have. You've got lots of many players to be able to choose, but
yeah. We've got a good squad. I mean, like, you know, you look at the squad, it's really balanced now. You know, we've got Declan coming back from injury. We brought in Izzy Bedamosi, who's a natural goal scorer, but his work rate's phenomenal. It's unbelievable, and Greg's coming back now from his little injury as well. So, and don't forget we had Dan Perdue today missing as well, the goalkeeper, and I thought Max was outstanding. Yeah. You know, what a talent. I mean, someone just come up to me and said, I'm putting a $7 in for your goalkeeper. I went, good luck with that.
I think what was pleasing, talking about Izzy as well, but like the whole squad, but I think the strikers as well, it was like, when I was watching that, especially the second half, it was like you was moving chess pieces around on the chessboard, and you set a puzzle for Tilbury that they couldn't work out.
Yeah, it's listen, the big thing is that you want players to follow the shape, the system, and the things that you say, but sometimes they don't want to hear the same voices. And our biggest challenge is probably to get them to listen to us on a regular basis. Sometimes we might shout a little bit too much or a little bit too loud in a certain situation. We're not trying to, have a go at the player or anything. We just know that if we don't do this, it's going to cause us problems. Or if we do more of this, we can create more opportunities. And generally this season, you know, when they've followed us and the plans that we've got, yes, we'll get it wrong now and again, but generally when they've followed us, the performances have followed.
The thing is, though, make no mistake, Tilbury and Romford are the two best teams in this league by a country mile. You know, okay, we won today, but let's be honest, they're still a very, very good team. I mean, just today was our day, and we like you said, we set us up brilliant. And but make no mistake, you know, you can see why even though it was down to them, they still played well, didn't they? Yeah. And you know, Mark and them have done excellent this season.
I wanted to say also that you finished the game tonight. You mentioned Max Spence in goal. Charlie Thompson came off the bench, who I think, you know, we said 16 years old. Omar Rendell, star of the FA Youth Cup win over MK Dons. Nelly May came on as well off the bench. So as a Barking sport, it's fantastic to see these kids come through as it is. For you guys as managers, what are the benefits of having like the sort of the production line of homegrown talent, the partnership with Barking Abbey? How does that help you?
Well, look, every club needs a good youth system. You know, no matter whether you're in the Premier League or non-league. As you know, the under-18s got to the third round of the FA Cup. They got beat in extra time by Millwall after it was 3-3 at full time. Then Millwall have just gone and beat Chelsea in the quarterfinals. So that tells you how good the performance was from the 18s. Me and Mike, we like when we came in, we said, look, in cup games we'd like to bring in maybe one or two, maybe three. But today we wasn't forced into it. But obviously we've got 7 players away. But we always said we'd have 1 or 2 on the bench. Max is, you know, obviously been around since, you know, when he came from that training session, didn't he? And obviously we watched Nelly against us in the 23s against the first team a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he, Mike? Yeah. And he's done really, really well. He's an handful. I think he's got a really, really good future. Very direct, very strong. Just got to, you know, he's got to understand the game a bit. But for me, Omar done really well today, and he's done really well. But Charlie Thompson is a real talent. He's going to be, I think he's going to be one of the best young centre backs around this area, in the Essex area, and it's a credit to the club to have him. And for me and Mike, obviously, look, who knows how long we're going to be here for? No one knows how long you're going to be at a football club for. But while we're here, we would like to try and promote some youth players into the first team and have them in training. We do have them in training as well, don't we? Yeah. So that's what we want to do. We want to promote that. So when players join Barking as a 10-year-old or so, not necessarily, we might not be here, but some of us might say, well, look, there is a pathway for the youngsters. You want them to come in seamlessly as well. So that, in other words, that they know how we're playing. They know how they're gonna, you know, like tonight all 3 boys went on in a position, and you wouldn't have noticed that really that there was a change. And that's what we want really. And they were fresh, right? And Charlie's only 16 as well. 16. What a
they
talent.
was really motivated to do well. I think all of them. So it was good.
We was laughing on the bench. They was calling him Baresi. Half of them boys on the bench have never seen Baresi play. They weren't even born, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. But he's a real talent, though.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. I just want to finish up by saying tonight is your 20th game at the club. Okay. Do you know what your record is?
Yeah.
Go on.
So we've lost 1. We've drawn. We lost 2. Oh, you're talking about the cup games? Right, okay. All competition. Yeah, we lost 2. I think we've drawn 3 and 1. I think we won 16. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15. 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah, so
that is a phenomenal record.
Yeah.
And obviously you weren't around before you came in, but before you came in, things were looking pretty great.
Yeah.
So you've come in and you've turned it around instantly. People talk about that Saffron Walden game a lot.
The
character we showed, the performance.
11 goals in 2 games, I think, conceded, wasn't it?
Turned it around immediately. And on behalf of everyone at the club, I'd like to say we've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Is he getting rid of us now?
No, we're not. No,
are we getting a dreaded vote of confidence?
It sounded like that, didn't it?
If that's I'm always a leave on the high.
No, in all seriousness, Thank you for what you've done.
no
You've
worries.
really turned things around. We do massively appreciate
Yeah.
it. We're looking at the end of the season now, so let's just look forward to something good.
We set a mindset, didn't we? We can get playoffs. That's what we listen. We was 19 points off, I think, from second place at the time. So, but we just said that we wanted to aim as high as we could then, and see where we go with it. You know,
the thing is, in this league, every game is a tough game. Our intention is not to lose Saturday, but you could easily go out tonight and win, like we've done, and lose on Saturday. That's not me being,
negative.
too negative, but it's the reality of the league. Every game is a tough game, and we've just got to keep trying to prepare right, and get the boys up and organised and ready to fight for the badge, really.